Hey team, how you doing? Hey, this is admin from Plex Guide. So I'm just letting you know that we're going to go ahead and show you a quick video on how to use Netdata. So I'm just going to go ahead and type in Plex Guide. And most of you are familiar with the web interface. So I have Netdata already running right here just for testing purposes, but we're going to go ahead and go through the motions of it. So I'm going to go ahead and to get to Netdata, we're going to go ahead and hit Program Suite. And then we're going to go to Supporting. We're going to pick Netdata, which is B, Bravo, for this menu right now. And we're going to go ahead and launch this. So basically, it's telling me how I can access it and how to get there, what the subdomain is. Now, technically, I'm on my computer, so I could usually be able to type localhost or 127.0.01. And if you have a domain, it will advertise that to you. Just to let you know that when you launch Netdata, make sure that you turn on AppGuard and you close your ports. This is not something you want to typically have on an open server. Because others can see your statistics, including users, and you're kind of giving them information to help them hack you. Why Netdata doesn't add simple protection, I don't know, but it was kind of pretty much developed probably before a lot of this stuff came about, definitely with the use of Docker containers. So if you're ever going to turn on security, make sure you turn off your ports and you turn AppGuard on. If you access it via port, there's no way you can stop it. So that's the reason why you have to close it out. AppGuard, basically, when you put this on a reverse proxy, basically the thing that handles your subdomain, will basically kick in with a username and password, so it'll protect you. So if I go to Netdata here, and remember Murphy can always strike, because Docker can have a mind of its own sometimes. See, I just typed it and it worked pretty much out the box. A lot of you, if you have issues with your containers, just make sure that you check Docker. It's the first thing I always tell people to check. So it's always admin. Please don't forget your password. And if you look here, it will tell you your different containers that are running. So you can see Netdata is here. If you need to look at any logging actions, it will give you some information here. I necessarily never need it for these reasons, but again, it can tell you why it's not launching or what issues it's having. So if you use Netdata, basically it shows you your CPU usage. So right now this virtual machine has 6 cores and I believe 8 gigs of RAM. It tells you your inbound and outbound speeds. This can definitely help you to show you how fast stuff is pushing out. And I've noticed Netdata is pretty good about averaging out the inbound and outbound. So if you start to see the wheels, let's say a server or a hosting provider is telling you got 1 gig speeds, but you see the inbound maxing out near 100 and you see the outbound maxing out at near 100, you're not really getting what you're getting. The use RAM is good to pay attention to, and your disk read-write speeds. This is very helpful because if your disk is basically consumed with unzipping files and movement, you'll see these max out. You'll notice this in servers with standard hard drives or pretty much very slow hard drives, and they have not a lot of processing power. So if you look to your right here, this can give you like crazy statistics that you never really care about, but if you really do, it will tell you like what every little processor is doing. It will show you your users and user groups, kind of part of the reason why you don't want your stuff in the open, because like it's like, hey, here's root, here's user 1000, here's nobody, like what your user groups are. So there's a lot of information that Netdata can help you with. So I've used it to pretty much troubleshoot a lot of the issues that I've had, definitely with the disk, because your disk is going to be very important. You also need to pay attention to this utilization factor. So if you see the utilization 100% maxed out, it's an indicator that your disk is maxed out. So the disk can affect your performance. But that's pretty much it. It's just a short video just to show you Netdata. And like I said, feel free to come by and visit us at Plex Guide. Pretty simple domain. Create a username and combine support. If you want to drop by our Discord, feel free to do so. One thing that you can do to help us out a lot is stop by the GitHub project, click the star. This does help promote us on GitHub. And if you see like a little orange globe kind of like stalking you right now, go ahead and click that subscribe, because again, it helps promote Plex Guide. Other than that, that's pretty much it. And hey, thanks for watching. And it looks like it didn't want to end, right?